Hey, can you hear this? That's me breathing through my nose, which is a miracle because for as long as I can remember, I've had chronic sinus inflammation so bad that I couldn't breathe through my nose, couldn't really smell anything, had constant sinus pressure. And the strangest thing happened when I bumped into a chiropractor. Now, I thought that chiropractors were for people's backs and back pain, people who are in car accidents and things. And the chiropractors give free screenings at the gym and at the mall and things. And I went to one of these. Bumped into one, and I knew that I had some back problems from sitting at the computer, from slouching so much. You can see in some of my videos, and posture's horrible. Some of my older videos. So I went and talked to this guy, and he asked me if I had sinus problems, and I do. I did. And to make a long story short, I signed up. I went to go and see him. I signed up for an appointment for free, and with one chiropractic adjustment, my chronic sinus inflammation was cured. And it's amazing, and I'm going to share the story with you in what I've learned about chiropractic, because why doesn't everybody know about this? Why didn't I know about this? I had went to see my doctor numerous times before and gotten approvals for a CAT scan because I wanted surgery to get my sinuses drilled out, or had to get sinuplasty. That's how bad my chronic sinus congestion was. And after all this, and it fought them for a year with the bills. They just kept sending me the bills, even though they approved it. The doctor's conclusion was that I should take steroidal anti-inflammatory and Claritin every day. And I just kind of lived with it. I've lived with it for years. But so how strange is this chiropractor, one chiropractic adjustment? So I start learning about this, and apparently your spine, your neck, the vertebrae, since they have all of the nerves for your whole body, if you have alignments that are out of alignment, if you have subluxations, as they call them, that can interfere with the nerve activity. And so that was what was causing my chronic sinus congestion. My sinuses just weren't working. It's incredible, and it was free, by the way. So I was so blown away at this. I mean, I went to see this guy because of my back pain and my slouch, my former hunch that I was getting from sitting at the computer so much and from being tall and slouching all the time. But here I learned that your spine contains all the nerves, and if they're not functioning properly, and so I start looking into the history of chiropractic, and I learned that the founder, the guy that started it, Daniel David Palmer, D.D. Palmer, in the 1890s, made a first adjustment, a chiropractic adjustment on some guy's back who had lost his hearing. And the guy's hearing came back. Now, of course, if you research this, the detractors will say he allegedly did this, and this allegedly happened. But the more I started looking into this, I found a video on YouTube of a man that went to a chiropractor and had his eyesight restored from one adjustment because his nerves weren't functioning. And I was so messed up from being 6'3" and from sitting all day long at the computer and slouching and sitting in the car, and that my nerves weren't functioning properly. And so I went to see this guy a few more times, got a few more adjustments. I've been stretching. I got a new external monitor for my laptop and a monitor arm and all this. And I'm concerned now. I'm paying attention to my posture and things. But the more I research chiropractic, not only does nobody really know about this in the main medical establishments or that I know of, that I had bumped into, any doctor, anybody, nobody ever suggested that I go see a chiropractor because of my sinuses. And in my research of chiropractic, because of this miracle of me being able to breathe through my nose now, I find that the American Medical Association back in the 80s called them an unscientific cult. And earlier, decades earlier, tried to completely shut down the practice through lawsuits, and said that there was no, and still say that there are no medical benefits for a chiropractor other than maybe minor back pain. So again, I went to a chiropractor for back issues and have miraculously had my sinuses healed of just a horrible chronic inflammation. And I've talked to everybody about this, another medical physician, and he just thought maybe it was a coincidence. Yeah, it's just a coincidence that the nerves in my neck, you could see in some of my old videos, my YouTube videos, how horrible my posture is. I'm just a hunch, you know, so I feel a million times better. It's not even just my sinuses and my back pain, just everything seems to be functioning so much better from a few visits to a chiropractor. And again, I started to suspect that this guy was a slick con artist and wanted to sign me up for $1,000 worth of sessions. And my first adjustment was free, and it did it. It cured me. And so then I listened to him. I signed up for a few very inexpensive adjustments. And I'm not even going to tell you, who the chiropractor is, because some people will say that I'm making this up and we're colluding together to get him patients, and it's all a big conspiracy. But I started researching this, and I found this video on YouTube of this guy that has his eyesight, one of his eyes just regenerated itself. And I don't think this can't be a hoax, a fraud. I mean, this guy had a medical, eye doctor, an optometrist verify that he was legally blind, and a visit to the chiropractor brought his eyesight back. And then the founder of chiropractic brought a guy's hearing back. And this is so amazing. And what's even more amazing, again, is that the mainstream medical establishment has for decades tried to deny chiropractic care has any benefit, tried to shut them down, called them a cult of unscientific cult, because there are some other interesting aspects of chiropractic, and some mysticism and different aspects of some claims, or maybe the old claims were that a chiropractic adjustment could cure any disease, and now I think they've realized that it's complementary. But I'm so amazed that this happened to me. That I had never heard about this, that it was free. Okay, no surgery, and now this whole world of my nervous system functioning properly has been open to me, and the scum in the mainstream medical establishment denying that there's any benefit. And again, there's other videos on YouTube of people being cured of amazing things from a chiropractor. And I guess chiropractors will say that they don't cure disease, they just alleviate the pressure so that the nerves and the nervous system can function properly, and then the body can heal itself. And it's amazing. It's a miracle. And I guess the American Medical Association, the same people who are I guess approving the drug advertisements for antidepressants, and then now I see another drug for a supplement for your antidepressant. When your antidepressant's not enough, you need something else with it. But wow, I mean, your spine holding all the nerves, sort of like a television broadcasting station, and if the signal has interference, your body's not going to be functioning. And this makes sense to me. Not only does it make sense to me, but I've experienced it firsthand. No drugs, no surgery, no nothing. So I just wanted to share this with you, with everyone, so that we can learn about the amazing benefits of chiropractic. And think about this. We go to our dentist. We're supposed to go for yearly 6 months checkups to the dentist, to the doctor. I'm going to start going for every 6 month checkup to my chiropractor. And for $50, I'm going to get an adjustment or two. And it's I think it's fantastic. So again, that's just my opinions. And I have heard some horror stories. I'm sure that people have too, from me sharing this miracle with just friends of mine, people I know. I have heard all similar stories of people being injured by a chiropractor and aggravating injuries. And so I think that that's probably extremely rare. And now that I've had this world opened up to me, I see there are chiropractic facilities, chiropractors all over. I mean, it was something right there in front of me that was hidden in plain sight that I didn't see, didn't know, didn't think anything about. So I just wanted to share that with you, and in case there was something that you needed to think more about too, and bring some more awareness about this amazing, simple thing. And why is it that this isn't mainstream? Well, is it a conspiracy? Is it that the medical establishment, for their own financial benefit, denies and tries to gatekeep and prevent the knowledge of chiropractic miracles and chiropractic care from getting out? That makes sense to me. That seems like that would be the case, because for free I was cured of this thing, and from just something so simple as adjusting your spine. I mean, I might not have even had needed to go. If I just started stretching, myself, I might have alleviated the pressure on those nerves. I don't know, but for just a few $100, I went for a month's worth of sessions. Whereas over my lifetime, imagine how much money I would spend on just the steroidal anti-inflammatory and the bills from the medical bills. So this is amazing. I just wanted to contribute to the knowledge base of chiropractic, do my duty, share my story with you, and that's pretty much it.